Good evening. Oh. I don't know what I want to do. Just got done lifting weights. I'm tired, slightly exhausted. Just got done eating about, I say about an hour ago, maybe 30 minutes. So now I am a little tired. Ain't super bad, but it's getting there. Gotta eat a whole bunch of protein before I go to bed. So I gotta do got a triple amino shake right here. Almost done with it. I gotta do about 50 grams of protein, which is more of a slow digestive protein. And then I'm gonna have to wait for that to digest. I'm about to eat another 50 or so grams of protein after that, and try to balance out my protein. I should be okay after that. Maybe I'll do another shake after that. I don't know. But you know. Got some lagging issues in YouTube. Of course. But of course. Oh, man. Everything's black. Why is it all black? Oh well. It doesn't matter. Got another subscriber. Yay! Very excited to get people to learn, I guess. See how many copy claims. Got one right here. What's with this one? Oh, that's so funny. I got 14, dude. No. I'm really bored right now. I really don't want to watch or play anything. Kind of. Still don't know why that one's not working. Oh, there it is. Work, damn you. It's still a black screen. I don't like that. Go away. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I get the fuck out of here. Just a black screen. What the chitter chat about today? Oops. I worked out my shoulders today. Wow, I'm slanted bad though. Hold on. To get more shoulders in. So I did chest, I did bench, I did some shoulder lateral raises. The ones where you go like this. Oh, excuse me. I did some bench shoulder lateral raises. I did some shoulder flies. Dumbbell shoulder flies, and then I did machine shoulder flies, which is easier for me to do because doing dumbbell shoulder flies was a lot of strain on your biceps and forearms and that, so I don't want to work them out too much. I feel pretty good though. I was shaky. I was really shaky. Surprised how shaky I was. I was shaking like a leaf. I was doing 1 second ups and 2 seconds down. I feel like that one works. Pretty damn good actually. So if you go up, you want to go up in the 1 second range. And when you go down, you want to let it linger. So it's something new. Did with my bench. It works really well. It keeps strain on the muscles and that, and cause I'm trying to get used to getting the muscle to break down. Because I'm not used to doing it because I'm still learning. It's a hassle to learn. I know a lot about psychological things and emotions and that, but lifting weights is definitely one of the things I'm learning right now. So it's going to be new. I'm going to be an all-around person. So I'll be able to tell you almost anything, at least for the most part, when it comes down to certain things. So, but anyway, I was having a conversation with my mom, and we were, up at my work, and we were sitting there eating in that because I have like this discount card. It's like a gift card for my place. They get like, you have like $25, but you get like 50% off of everything. And we went up to that and we started talking about this emotional stuff. And I brought up these, things, and and people like say, oh, I need to see a counselor. And I'm like, you'd be surprised how much people don't need to see a counselor when they could just, tell the truth. Sometimes see the counselor, for some people, trying to get people to believe in what they say. And I say no counselor's going to do that. No counselor's just going to give in and say something that is completely honestly a lie or wrong and say that it's right. That's fucking stupid. And you can say, why do you say that? Well, because a liar's a liar. When someone lies, they do certain things to lie. They do certain things to make it seem like it's not their fault. Been doing that. People have been doing this shit for thousands of years. So what's going to stop people from doing it now? You know, you see these people all the time. Some are worse than others, and some people that lie do for a specific reason to keep someone out of harm's way. Or because they're a little shy or a little upset at the things that they do. But eventually they will tell the truth. And people might ask, well, why would they tell the truth? And I would say, consciously they have to. Because the biggest thing with our conscious always wants to balance out to be more positive. When people don't understand or don't have any positive things to say about themselves, normally a lot of people just freak out and just blame everything on themselves. Instead of just being destructive with themselves and looking at the stuff that they have to blame themselves for. It's like self-pity. It's like when people try to look for something that agrees with them, even though they're wrong, but they always find someone that will agree with them, even though they're wrong. People don't like being wrong. And most times it's men. Men have this tendencies to be, I'm right, you're wrong kind of fashion. Not saying all men, say mostly men. There's a certain percentage of men more than women. Because women are normally more prone to being more mental-based human beings. Some of the times. Definitely not all the time. But they can be. Honestly, it's all about how you train yourself. It's always been about training yourself. If you don't train your mind, the biggest sponge, period, your brain absorbs everything. Everything you do. It goes through the system of understanding stuff. But if you don't throw in the certain things you want to understand, then how will you ever understand it? That's how our brains work. If someone can disagree with it, okay. Tell me how then. No, you can't disagree with what is actually happening. Because you can't disagree with if you're attracted to something or not. You instantly do it. Now, they might not notice it. Or maybe they will. Who knows? Most times people don't notice that anyone's even looking at them or remotely even understanding them. Because No, it's just how we are. It's hard to learn the basics of each other. Like I said, it took me a good like decade or so, about 12 years, to finally really understand. That's why I am who I am. I understand too much about how we work. I've been studying for so long, it becomes like I see it everywhere. But if you don't understand it, then you won't see it at all. You'll bypass it. Like I know the memories of what I had back then, how I used to look at things, completely different now. I don't look at things not even close to being the same. It's like I went from one dull conscious level to a different conscious level, being a lot higher than normal people because I look at things differently. And I'm always assuming, like, what can I do to get higher and to learn more? Would life be dull? Would I know too much? I mean, yeah, but living life's all about learning. And you can't stop learning because eventually you might come up with something that might actually be a universal thing. And people hate you for it or like you for it. That's why I've noticed I'm getting more subscribers. People come on, they listen to me, they feel that it's right, they feel that it's positive, or they're just attracted to me, whatever it is. Like I said, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I'm entertained by learning. Because to be able to learn fully is to be able to reflect towards someone else and have them be the ones that says that does sound right, and all of a sudden, it pushes you to learn more. And then once you learn more, it just keeps on going and going and going. That felt good. That's normally how it works. That's how it's always going to work. So the act of learning is having either do it by yourself or have multiple people try to learn something new by researching that, and then you come together with the information. Doing it by yourself takes a very long time. It's not easy, especially learning how to emotionally see how people are. But I almost figured it out. I can read people like a book. I can go through the symptoms of who they are and what, not really who they are, but what the things they do. It just pops up in my head. I start picking out certain scenarios about how people are, trying to fix the problem or more or less try to tell the truth about it and let them be the ones that deal with it, because you can't. I can tell you how to deal with something, but you still have to do it. So, because I've done it myself. So, like, it's just like with me exercising that, I'm going through the process of learning how to build muscle, how to lose weight. And the biggest understanding that I get is use the muscle till it burns. Use the muscle till you feel pain. Let it rest. Use the muscle till you feel pain. Once you get actual weakness in your muscle for where it's really hard to do it all, then you're done. That's basically how I feel about how that works. Now, would some bodybuilder guru come on and be like, you don't know what you're talking about because you're not big? I'm like, and I'll be like, these are all scenarios I think about, which most people don't give a shit. And I'll say, well, still learning. Learning takes time. Smart people understand that learning takes time. For someone to develop that type of experience takes time to develop that experience. So when people like go through it and they're like, because they know it, they think someone else can know it faster, or be like, why don't you know it? It's like, well, because That's not how learning works. You can't just know something without going through the process of learning it. And it's true. It's how it's always been. So if you truly want to learn something, it's like the first step. First step is question it. Question it and go through the developmental, stages of finding out why that something is happening. So I always want to be like, with my experience, when I look through my past and see how I used to see things, it is a lot different. Completely different. My mind does not work the way that it did. I don't look at things the same. I don't think the same way. I mean, my excitements are the same, but the way I process things is different. And mainly because I understand more. Yeah, you hear that fucking knot? Yeah, that's my knot in my neck. That's what understanding is going through the process. If it's about you personally and you're at fault, well, you start off at being at fault. You question why you're at fault. And then you build from there to try to figure out how you could be not at fault. So it's how it is. You have to admit to something first before you can push yourself. Now that's a personal thing, more or less, likely, as in like who you are and how you act towards other people. Basically, how you emotionally sound are. Like, I barely ever get angry anymore. I get upset, but I don't like freak out because I already know the answers to almost anything that happens towards me. So if someone sits there and tries to judge me, normally the first thing I say is, why? The answer's already saying jealousy or attention or you don't want to be wrong. So you want to assume someone else needs to be closer to who you are. It's like, if everyone was like that, then no one would learn at all. There'd be no point in learning because everyone would be the same. How would you learn if someone's not different than you, that knows something different? Exactly. It doesn't fucking work that way. It never will work that way. So when people do that sort of thing, it's really hilarious that they try so hard to look at the situation and try to figure out how they can make a difference. How they can make themselves believe that they're right. And I'm just like, that's not how it works. It never will work like that. It's like bringing up the dating gurus. I love talk about these people because they're just, so stupid. They do for the money. I'm like, even had 1,000 subscribers, yeah, I would have to make videos to make money. Obviously, yeah, duh, that's how it works. But I don't need clickbait. Why? I'm not hungry for money. Even if I start getting a bunch of subscribers, get up to 1,000 or 2, and all 1,000 or 2,000 watch my video, or get like 300 people on, and I have a whole bunch of people that tip me, say making $100 a day. They're not tipping me because I want fucking money. They're on here so they can fucking learn, or they can be able to conversate together to be able to give themselves a little bit of an edge. You can learn a lot from someone that wants to know knowledge, that wants to know things about themselves or others. Emotionals are huge. Emotions are everything that we are. We depend on. If we were emotionless, we wouldn't know how to talk to people. It'd be weird. You wouldn't have no emotion to your words. The active tone of voice going up and down. That's emotion. If you were like this and just sitting here talking like this, you see how there's just no emotion to it. Exactly what it is. When there's no emotion to your words, they're boring. You don't feel. The act of enjoyment comes down to feelings. That's the reason why a lot of people either have too much emotions, they don't know how to control their emotions. I mean, just like the one lady, I guess her name's Bridget, or Bridge, something. Yeah, I think it's that. And she was very positive. This is one of the subscribers I have, and we talked for a little bit in that. She seems pretty cool. No, she seems like she kind of agrees with what happened in that with one of the other subscribers. Not even though she was kind of like being favorable, I was still wanting to understand. Oh, how would you think about that? Because most times when that stuff happens, I was engaging this guy, and all I wanted to do is try to find out why he was being so. Why he was moaning so much over something that literally had nothing to do with him after a while. At first it did, but then you try to explain, you can't take offense to everything everybody says. If it's not directed towards you, you can't take offense to it because you're just going to hurt yourself. The biggest reason why I go through the things I went through and now I don't really care about what happens to a certain extent. I like this. Things happen for a reason. You let them happen. That's it. If it's your choice of doing it, then guess what? It's still your choice of doing it. Let it happen. If you choose not to do something and you regret it, guess what? Let it happen. It's going to happen no matter what. Our minds, for some reason, people think about the past too much and the future comes up and they don't even know what to do. Some people literally live in the past. They don't know how to look forward. People that have, that do have issues or have something happen, most like it's like a relationship, someone breaks up with them. Some people are heartbroken. They stay heartbroken their whole entire life. And they do. They stay heartbroken their whole entire life. And then when they do meet someone that they can get close to, that can, that they really like in that, a lot of times they back down. A lot of times they're so hurt that they don't understand it. Hello. What's up, Miles? And that's kind of one of the biggest things. You have to understand kind of like both sides of the railroad, so to speak. Because if you don't, then how would you learn how to coexist with anything if you can't learn the basics of two things? And that's what makes it really interesting. That's why I do like to learn. I like to learn because it's just, why not? There's always something to deal with in life. Always something. No matter what it is. Sometimes we tend to forget about it. from my personal experience of changing from where I was and where I am now, it was a tough road. Dealing with hate myself to love myself. It's like a flight or flight kind of thing. Fight or flight, whatever you want to say. It took me nearly to the almost the end of my life, so to speak, of hate myself that much to just turn around and just loving myself and thinking positive, thinking like, well, I can do better. I could be a better person. And so you work with that, and you slowly get driven up. I say it's like a video game. This is what I base it off of. If you play a video game, you level up, you get stronger. That's how it is with a normal person. You level up certain things. You level up your mental. You learn emotions. You learn how to control your emotions. You learn discipline. You learn how to be more disciplined. And then that discipline takes you to doing other things like weightlifting or anything to do with growing altogether. You're disciplined enough to focus on it to know that you can succeed with it. How do you think people become rich? People become rich because they focus on it. They understand how it works. They can fail, which most people do. Words are blocked. I have no idea. Depends on what kind of words you say. I don't know how the comment system is. I've been noticing when people comment on my stuff, I've been noticing that they have been popping up. If they do pop up, they'll pop up on my email feed. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if I could be the... I don't know. It must be something I have to do with it, and that I have no idea. Let me go to my comments. Yeah, I got a comment on it. I think this was a different one, though. Yeah, it has that one on it. That's what you're talking about. I have no idea, honestly, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I have it on live chat. It says all message can be viewed. Yeah, I think it's have it on there right now. Oh, that's what it is. I have top chat. It says some messages won't be. Yeah. When you say anything too nasty, I guess it blocks it. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I just switched over. It says top chat and live chat. Live chat visualizes everything. Everything's visible. So I think with the other one, it's more or less. Yeah. Those are not too much profanity, which I don't care, honestly. Nah. Anyway. Oh. Got any questions? Anything to talk about? God knows I talk about similar things, but you know, gotta have something to be more active with, I guess. Oh. Mm. Well, anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I have my chat box on. Yeah, I can see you. I can see chat. It's just some words might not be able to come through if they're too. That must be YouTube doing that because I've been noticing that lately with other streamers and that. That if you say too much other stuff, it just. I don't know. But my last stream, I had some guy that was. He was being a little unorthodox with some of the things he was saying. That we're getting into a slight discussion about personalities and the way people act in that. Acts of controlling things and that. And I was trying to tell him, you can't control the fact that who I am is who I am. So, and he was trying to manipulate the situation to think that he was right and I was wrong. I'm like, well, it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It doesn't matter about any of that because it's who I am versus who you are. And you can't compare the two because we're different. So you can't just sit there and say those things and be like, I'm right, you're wrong. Well, you can say it, but obviously it doesn't mean anything. And it was a fight over me using profanity words, me saying, like fuck or shit, and he was getting upset with it. I'm like, I say these things because I want to. I mean, it's the act of the stream. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes I'll use it for things that actually are, that I want to emote more with. But like the whole entire time we're having the discussion that I was clocking myself and saying, I'm not cussing. You say I swear all the time, but I notice I haven't been cussing for so many minutes or so many, like 10, 15 minutes. And he wouldn't let it go. And I was trying to ask him, like, why all this pent up emotions? Why is there something, you're feeling like it's destroying you, so you're lashing out at me, which normally what it is. People that have low self-esteem or have, very low self-esteem tend to lash out at people very easily. Especially if it goes against who they are. Instead of just accepting people for what they do, they just think that people should be more like them. That's not how it works. We're all different, but we all deal with the same emotions, just in different ways. The meaning of these emotions is the meaning of them, but there's different scenarios to get to those emotions. So everyone deals with stuff differently, but still gets angry or sad, which is the emotion that happens when the things do happen. So as the discussion went on, eventually he left because he was upset. I'm like, okay. And so this other person came on and was looking at it and saying, like, this guy's got issues now. And I was just like, well, yeah, but I'm not going to judge him because what he was doing was because of something else. So how much we like to get into arguments with people and be right, sometimes to accept it is just to accept it for what it is. We're both different. We all do different things. So you have to accept it. If you can't accept it, then that's the problem right there. It's the reason why people have so-called issues with things. Your acceptability is very small. Unless someone agrees with you, you only accept it when that happens. Do I want people to agree with me? No. You think of your own thing. I want to guide people towards a specific thing, but doesn't mean that they're going to learn the same exact thing that I learned. No. It's a guidance post. This world needs a guide. There's so many people out there who are lost. They're very lost. and they're just so driven by what everybody else does, these celebrities or these, high-end YouTubers and that, and people just follow these people around, and a lot of times they don't even tell you the truth because they're lost too. They have money and fame, but they still have a lot of emotional issues. Take off shirt? No, I'm not going to take off my shirt. Come on now. I knew where you were going at. I'm sure there's other better things you can do other than have me take off my shirt. Come on now. Why don't you talk about yourself? I'm being serious. There's other better things to do. Why don't you talk about yourself? Let me get to know you. Maybe there's something I can help you with, or maybe it's something I can learn from you. Okay, if you want to go jack off or see something, go look it up on Google. Don't go on streams. Come on now. This is not the basis of my stream. Never will be. You're not the only one, evidently. I had it happen, not a lot, but enough times where it's like, I'm not, that's not the basis of my stream. So tell me about yourself. Tell me who you are in a way. Not necessarily names. I'm going to go by what you have there. YouTube blocks almost everything. Like, there's some, like, you can't say, like, sexy or, stuff like that. It just... Hold on. I think there's something I could probably be able to change. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Being too perverted, there's always something wrong with YouTube with that. Do I like the ocean? I think I've only been to the ocean like once. I can't say it's bad. It's just really salty. And I kept getting a little bit of seaweed was like stinging me and stuff. Had little like needles on it and that. It was rather weird. My picture. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but I haven't been in the ocean in a long, long time. Can't say I really like it too much. Not because of the whole shark thing or whatever. Normally sharks don't come around too much, depending on where you're at. I think I was in South Carolina or something like that. The little beach up there, somewhere. It was pretty nice. I can't say it's a good experience. What about my picture? Oh. Oh, man. Oh, I hate my neck, man. I need to get this shit fixed. Oh, the wallpaper? Yeah. Well, this used to be my brother's room. I just took it over. The wallpaper just sat there. And I guess with the camera and that, it does look pretty cool. I guess. Good imagery. Oh man, that's what you were asking. My brother? They all moved out. I'm an old man. I'm just going through. I went through a lot of shit, so I'm trying to rebuild myself, and hopefully it works. Because it fucking sucks not having the stuff that you want, and so I worked on my mentality first, my mind and my emotions to guide me. Now I'm working on making money and stability and that. Always something to do, I'll tell you that. It's always learning, always adapting, so. Oh, it takes a lot out of you when you gotta constantly do stuff. But yeah, both my brothers are married and that, so they're out of the house. They've been out of the house. I'm trying to find me a girlfriend, but unfortunately, being at my age, a lot of women, not a lot. Some women are all taken in that, so kind of sucks, you know. It's just how it is. Oh. Oh. Gotta let my dog in. Oh man. I'm really bored today actually. It's got the exercise in that, so I'm just mellowing out. Uh, get a protein shake. Oh man. I don't know what to do. What time is it? 7:30 almost. Look at that. Got a dog? I think it's a miniature Australian Shepherd or something like that. I know it's a purebred, but I can't remember exactly what the name of it was. She's adorable. She's got a lot of fur on her tail and on her behind, and that it's quite adorable. I have a video of her. It's called Cute Little Puppy. It's her biting her tail. If you want to look at it, it's like a little short one. It's 30 seconds long. Can I play it? I don't know if I can or not. I've been having problems with my screens. There it goes. Where is that? There it is. That's when she was a baby. Yeah, she's very, very young. She looks so tiny then. It's a tiny puppy. It's an adorable little shit. Yeah, I thought this would get more views than what it gets because it is really adorable. And the music in the background evidently didn't get copy striked or copy claimed. So I'm playing One Winged Angel in the background. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, she's adorable. Very adorable. Yeah, she's still adorable now, but she's just bigger. Her face is fully grown outwards. It's got more longer instead of being fatter or wider. Yeah, she's adorable. Oh, I'm starting to get tired. Whew. Oh, I'm getting really tired. Sleepy. I don't know what to do. Let's see about playing some Plasmophobia. I don't know if it's going to lag out or not. I've been having huge issues with the lag with that game. But why not? There's nothing else to fucking do. Let's go ahead and do that. See if it doesn't explode on me. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, but a lot of times I just do my own thing. So it doesn't even matter, honestly. I get along with them pretty well. Like I said, I just do my own thing in that, so I don't really get caught up with the crap. Because they got stuff I gotta worry about. And streaming is one of them, so I have to keep up with that. Oh. I hope it doesn't lag too much. I don't think it should. It might look like it's going to start lagging. I don't know why it lags so much when I play this game. Yeah, it is a little bit. Hey, what's up? What is up? What? What is? I'm about to get some plasmophobia going. I believe it's probably gonna lag out. I hope it doesn't. That'd be annoying as hell. You know, shit happens. Word what?
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Let me show you two things. Let's go! It's Halloween, so I might as well do this. What's going on? Tell me. I like to help and possibly learn. Did you do something stupid or immature? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that dance thing. How'd that go?
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly.
My thing was gonna fucking break.
Looks like whoever was here left in a hurry.
What are you throwing candy at people for? Oh my god, it's lagging. Then they got hyped. I should give up on girls. Sorry, I already been with a guy, so I prefer women. I already did the whole guy thing. What the hell's the guy's name again? Oh, this is... Thomas Martin. Let's go, Thomas Martin. Yeah, I already tried out a guy. I'm very well versed with a lot of things. I wasn't really attracted. I tried to be, but didn't really work out too well. I did it for about a year and a half. You know, had the sex and all that stuff, and that I just didn't find it. I don't know what it is. It is what it is. Thomas Martin. Oh no! It kicked my stream off. It always does that shit. It's gonna be doing this a lot. Did you make it? Did you make the half court? Thomas Martin. Boogity 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 boo. I think I'm gonna look at something really quick. If I can get my fucking... Bye-bye. Trying to pull off some stuff that's going on. Hey, where's that? Nice. Yeah, I heard about the Alex Baldwin thing. Them Baldwins have always been psychopaths. Yeah, the Alex Baldwins have always been psychopaths. I don't know if that's gonna make it any better or not. Whee. There it is. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like as soon as I went on, I heard it from one of the YouTube guys I watch. Actually, a lot of them, and they're all saying the same thing. Them Baldwins are fucking psychopaths, and they have way too much power. Okay. They always do. Thomas Martin. Looks like it's in here. Is it? Thomas Martin. Thomas Martin? No. Thomas Martin? Hmm. God, this lag stuff is so fucking stupid. Getting a little bit annoyed with this shit. I'm still trying to figure out why my streams on these games are lagging so much. Still haven't found that out. Thomas Martin. Of course. What a dick. Hmm. The only thing I hate about professional. See, I don't know if it's lagging that bad for everybody else. Maybe it's just my tablet's lagging. Yeah, this shit's lagging way too much. Too much lagging. I don't know why it's lagging so much. It's kind of annoying, actually. Settings. System. No. Oh, there it goes. Now everyone starts popping up. Hey, yo. What's up, Sam? I don't want to turn my computer off. You like start cramp up during the thing. Yeah, I hate that shit. Let's go see my C drive. I guess my shit's all clogged up. Still, that's. Shit, your legs start cramping up, huh? That does suck. I think I already said that, but yeah, I'm just like trying to focus on. Anything else happen? Anybody? Anything today? Let's talk. Let's chitter chatter. Again? I cut my own hair. That's funny. I'm trying to figure out how to clean my computer. I can't fucking remember how to do it. Oh, there it goes. Clean up my windows. Morning. Personal files. Thumbnails. Get rid of my picture. That's stupid. Temporary files. Window file. Window. What the fuck? Your family's literally so random. Why is your family so random? Why does it keep kicking me off my stream? What the fuck, dude? This is really annoying the shit out of me. Keeps on kicking me off my own damn shit. It's so fucking annoying. That's funny. Gotcha. Hopefully this cleaned it up a little bit. Come on. Getting sleepy. Where would I want to live? Somewhere where, well, honestly, somewhere where I can meditate in that. Like, honestly, I don't need to be around people because I have internet for that. Probably somewhere where I won't be bothered, honestly. Or somewhere where there's not a lot of people. Like, a ton of people, so to speak. Give me a peace of mind. Because we all live, well, not all of us, but The ones that do live around a lot of people. Not that I don't like people. It's just some people, selective people that I just can't stand, but they're fun to learn though. Yeah. Basically. So I'm a big meditative person. So a peace of mind would be great. It would be nice. Oh. I'll be right back. I gotta get some water. Oh, I'm getting so fucking tired. I'm getting so sleepy. Ah. Oh, that's fucking gross. Oh, oh. Okay, I'm back. Got my protein. Protein. Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay. What's protein gonna do? Help build muscle. Help me lose weight. That's basically what it's about. What? That's Skype on for. Whew. Man. I need to take another protein check. I gotta hit my 200 grams or so. I worked out today, so I need to recover. If you don't eat enough protein in your diet, can't maintain or grow, especially if you are lifting weights, if you're trying to lose weight, etc. Your body needs amino acids to grow because our bodies are based upon amino acids. So if you like to lift weights or like to stay in good shape, you're going to need to eat protein. And I need to have about 200 to 250 grams every day. Minimum 200, give or take. Which is not a lot. It's actually rather easy to do it. Because you get about 50 grams per meal. You don't have to do it 4 times. You're done. But some days I like to do a little bit more. Of course, it's a variation. Some days I do my minimum. Some days I do slightly more. It's a variation of how much I need for that day. So if I'm not doing much of anything, more or less, protein kind of goes down a slight bit because I don't need as much. But you know, your diet's very important. It always will be. Because as you get older, you start to learn that you're getting slightly unhealthy. So you have to do stuff to make yourself healthy. And taking vitamins and stuff like that, well, it helps. A lot, actually. That's what you have to do. And, yeah. Same with exercising. Like cardiovascular stuff, doing cardio or keeping yourself moving every day. I mean, yes, we probably all work or did have a job, so you're constantly up, but that's the best time to recover is with, staying up all day. So if you don't recover, it becomes absolutely pointless. Yeah, I work out at home and at a gym. I have a gym that's like right down the street from me. That I just do little stuff at home like meditations, tightening exercises. Yeah, I'm still a beginner with this. I'm just starting to lose weight and then starting to build a little bit of muscle on me. That's a process. It feels good to lose weight when you've always been kind of pudgy. Overall, I lost I think it was close to about 13, 14 pounds. But I'm starting to bulk up a little bit. Because I want to get a little more mass on me in certain areas. Oh, especially legs. I try. I'm just more of a belly type person. My belly likes to get all the fat. Yeah, it's always been like that. Everyone's different. I'm more of a belly type person. So when I get fat, my belly gets really big. Not really big, but the fat contains in my belly a little bit more. Ooh, I appreciate it. Been busting my ass trying to do certain things and it's difficult. Because me working, I guess I work about 40 hours a week, very time schedule and that. It's difficult, and you guys should all know that because it's tiring to be able to work. So on my off days, I tend to like to work out. And if I do work out, so to speak, during my days of working, normally I do little things. Like my meditations and that. And they're very unique meditations. I call it a nervous system overload. Basically what it is I send out little electrical pulses through my brainstem to activate my nervous system. And how's that feel? Well, you ever got goosebumps? How your hair rises up? Well, that's your nervous system to react into being, well, going into defensive mode where your senses get heightened. I can activate that pretty much on my own without having to be that, way to a certain extent. Basically, I go to a blank spot in my mind where I don't think about anything. I don't feel much of anything. Everything just kind of just flows. And that's pretty unique, honestly. Been doing it for a while now, and it's still experimenting because it's just really hard to like. I mean, the hair sticking up is one of the things, from being scared or having goosebumps for being cold, and it's a practice. And if I focus on it enough, I do like muscle tightening exercises. I did it with my legs. Pretty much did to the point where I like fall to the ground. Like I would just have to suck in oxygen, and next I'm trying to use the oxygen to expand my muscles by tightening them. And the last time I did it was I think a couple days ago. Like I would do it so heavy and so hard, it'd be hard to breathe. Like my oxygen flow wouldn't be activated, and I would literally like fall to the floor. And I'd breathe very heavily, like being hyperventilated. And that day at work, when I did work, my legs were killing me. My legs were just gone. Like they hurt, like pain wise. Not like I have lack of energy. Like the muscles were in pain a lot, and just like it was hard to like squat down or do anything like that. They were torn so bad. And it's like all I did was muscle tightening exercises. But how I learned with exercise altogether, it's all about how much energy you put into the muscle for it to break down. So if it's either lifting weights or tightening them up, you can't break down the muscle fibers unless you get to that point of strenuous or energy and it breaks it down. So like any basic exercises is just using the muscle enough to where the fibers split. Well, tightening up your muscles enough can split your fibers. That's why you see when bodybuilders do tightening exercises, they'll tighten up so much it actually helps split their muscle fibers. It causes them to grow. So you don't have to lift the weights necessarily to tear muscles. You could do it by tightening up your muscles, and like right now I'm tightening up my pecs. My arms are getting tightened up. You see, I can like barely like move. I can barely move my arms. I'm trying to move my arms up. I can't because I'm tightening all my pecs and that up, which is good. It gets blood in there, and you want blood in your muscles. That's how you recover better, and it helps you, for the muscle to stimulate better. So if you do exercise, you exercise with tightness, and the muscles would break down a lot easier because of the tightness of the muscle, because you're putting energy into it to keep it fluffed, so to speak, or pumped. So like my muscles are like tightened up right now. Things I can amplify it a little bit more by focusing. And I'll slightly get a pump where my muscles will be somewhat engorged with blood. So it gives me more of a, bigger muscles supposedly. Water gets in there, so my chest is going to slowly get, the muscle's going to get a little bit more flared up, a little bit more bigger. That's how I do my meditations. That's how I do it. I take a pre-workout, I go into it. Some days are better than others. Sometimes I can trigger it better but it drains me. It makes me really, really tired. Because, man, I'm standing up too. I play music. I'll stand up for like 30 minutes doing this stuff. Of course, the meditation's off and on because it's very tiresome. But the mentality of it, I'm growing with it where I'm not thinking about certain things like emotions certain emotions, so to speak. It's more like an in and out type situation. Like sexual stuff. People think about sexual stuff because, they're always horny. They always think about it. I'm more of a blank-minded person, so I get into it, but I don't think about it as much as, say, other people do. And, like, I don't know. It's been such a long time since I've been with anyone. I kind of just don't see it as I need anyone, really, as of right now. And people might think it's loneliness. No, I don't need to be lonely because I have you guys to talk to, and that, I'm never alone. No one's never alone. I always got someone to talk to. So we just do that. Because honestly, when it comes down to it, when everyone's in a relationship, relationships are exciting at first, and after a while they die down because you have no space. And you need space to be able to bring back the sort of thing that you had before. And that's the biggest thing I learned from relationships in the past, that, space is good. I mean, sex is fantastic if you want to do it, but having that sort of space brings it back stronger. And that's what most people don't actually look at it. They don't look at it like that. They never will if you never see it. So if you're anxious to be with someone, which I've done in the past, I go on date sites and I scan through hundreds of fucking women in a week, and I talk to all the most beautiful people or whatever, and talk to a couple girls I think are cute and that, and they never get back to me. I feel down about myself. Now I'm just like, I say fuck it. I mean, I see women all the time at my job that drive through. I talk to women on my streams, basically. And I get my attention, and that's what it is. It's all about that little bit of attention that you get. So me acknowledging you, Miles, obviously, man or woman, I can't necessarily tell. I'm assuming that you're a man. And I'm assuming that you're gay. And I would say gayness is, difficult because not a lot of people are gay. And straight men evidently like to be assholes towards gay people, I guess. Women too, for instance. Like I said, I've been there, done that. I've been part of the gay community, and I understand. It's a very tough experience to go through when you do like women, but you want to try out the other side because you might feel it might work. Well, technically, there's certain aspects of it that was great. It was beautiful. Other aspects, it wasn't that good. And potentially, like, I get hit on more by gay guys than I do by girls. 100% more. Girls do not hit on me because they might be scared to do it, or which most likely they're scared, or they'll do it in a different way. I know most gay guys are very upfront with who they like. They kind of express it in a very unique way and you don't know, if this person's gay or if he's bi or if he's into guys. That's the hardest part about it. So I have to give you guys props. Gay people have it a lot harder to a certain extent, but it's nice to be part of that community because it's, there's not a whole bunch of people that are gay, as in the percentages of how many people on the world that live. The percentage is rather small, but that's kind of good though, because then you guys can get closer very easy because there's not a lot. So, I mean, like, to be able to get closer to the normal population, it's very difficult because there's so many different types of people. Too many, honestly. But it's a good experience. So any straight guy or any guy that, might go through some type of confusion, gay or not, doesn't matter. Try to be with the other side. Try date a girl when you're a gay guy. Learn how it is to be with a woman, because you might learn something about yourself to be able to be with the guy that you want to be with and be a better guy. That's how I look at it. So when I was with my ex, I learned how it is to be a better man, even though it was a horrible relationship. Lots of lying and cheating and that, but I looked at it as an experience, and I just said, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You never grow unless you go through it and understand why the things are happening. But it's not my forte. I like women. I like boobs. I like that stuff. It's just how I am. And it sucks when you're attracted to someone and you're like what you said, when you said up here about, I should give up on women. Well, it's not women that's the problem, it's the individual. And it's just how it is. So if you find someone, you'll find someone. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. I mean, I could be a complete asshole and be like, wow, you're hitting on me. And well, some people do that. There's a gay guy at my work. And he's a cool guy. A little dramatic sometimes, but whatever. That doesn't matter. It's just who he is. But one of the guys there, he's kind of I guess he's kind of an inner city kind of ghetto type person. A little ghetto. And like, he found out that this person was gay. And he started to get very dramatic really quick. He started instantly, I'm sure you heard this before, thinking that every gay guy, this dude wasn't attractive looking, so obviously no one would touch with a 10-foot pole. And he instantly assumed about like all this like gay butt stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's the first thing you think about a gay guy? Is that the first thing you think about a woman? Is that you instantly want to do stuff with them? What kind of question is that? Yeah, it just came out of nowhere. Mr. Orange. Well, evidently one horse-sized duck. Unless it's some type of perverted fantasy thing that you're going on with that, Mr. Orange. Oh, that's so funny. You're saying, oh, you're good. You're good, Mr. Orange. You're saying gay guys hit on me? Yeah. One of them came by my drive-through when I was working. And the dude was drunk. And I guess he had a friend with him that was gay too. Oh, the guy from work? I mean, yeah, in a way. I mean, like I said, it's hard to know if anyone's gay or not. If they're, not gay, then you can't, being a gay guy, you can't really throw in too much. But yeah, he tried to in that. And he tried to give me his number, and he made up an excuse. This guy, he's a liar. Like, he lies about stuff and blames stuff on everything else, so I can't say anything. I'm not really interested. Not really a good-looking person. He's not a bad person, but his looks definitely weren't the best. He gave me his number and that because it rained the other day, when this happened, and I walked home in the rain, which I train to deal with stuff, the cold, the heat, and stuff like that. At least try to. And he was like, oh, I would have drove over there. I would have, picked you up. And then I'm like, no, it's fine. So he gave me his number. And he's like, anything that happens, I'll come over and pick you up and that. So I finally figured, I was like, you're trying to get with me, aren't you? I'm like, well, when it comes down to going with someone, yeah, it doesn't matter to a certain extent. Because misery, you don't want to be forced into something that you don't necessarily like. So it does matter. I mean, you can't always get what you want. That song, can't always get what you want, which is true. You can't always get what you want. But there's certain things you can get, so you have to adapt to those things somehow and figure out where you're at. But no, I'm not interested in that guy at all. It didn't seem. He's really cool. He's a good guy. I mean, I talk to him a lot. We have very similar things, but I like women, so I'm not gonna go out the guy again because I didn't feel like I was interested in men. So how much it might hurt people because whatever they're attracted to, if they're attracted to me, be like, oh well, I don't go for guys. Sorry, but that's my own personal thing. So I can't really. I'm not gonna go against myself because that's myself. And I know what I like. But we're close friends. I never said I had any issue with gay guys. I have no issue with anybody. If someone hits on me and thinks I'm trying to go for them because I might be nice to them, which happens on both sides, women or guys. If there's I just well, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna tell them how it is, tell them the truth, and then we'll become friends. And basically, what happened? We became friends. We're very close in some things, like way we talk about things. So it's nice. It's beautiful that we have the relationship that we have. We talk a lot about similar things, and we kind of like, you know, he's very intelligent. He's an older man. He's like 40, 43. So we talk about a lot of different things. We interact with things. We make fun of people together. So I think a friendship like that feels a lot better. Where's the vodka though? Why guys ass? We can ask that the vodka what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather have a friendship with someone. Because when you break a certain boundary, even if I did like a woman in that, and I feel that I can't be with that woman because we're too close of friends, once you break that boundary, you can't re-put that boundary back up. That's kind of the shitty thing about it. I mean, you could if you guys really trusted each other enough, but most times once you get to that emotional overload of being in a relationship, straight or gay or whatever, it's hard to pin it back up. So that's why I'd be very selective on who I date or who I get close to, because a lot of times you can't fix what you already broke. Not saying like the relationship, more or less like the emotional psyche. You kind of break it, you fall in love. You can't retract love too much. Love is a very difficult emotion to retract because you're always going to love someone. Because it already happened to me. One of the girls I used to work up with at Taco Bell, I tell the story quite a bit because it was a big experience for me. It changed me a lot. She had a boyfriend. She liked me a lot. I literally fell in love with each other at work. She wanted to, get close to me sexually or whatever else. And at the end of it, she didn't have enough courage to break up with her boyfriend to date me, so we end up cutting it off. And I still love her as of today. I still think about her. I still feel about her. Any chances that I might be able to see her, I always think about it. But when it comes down to like trust, the trust was broken because she kind of betrayed me in what she said and just didn't do it. So could I go back out with that girl? Could I get closer to her even if she is single? I mean, that's what the hardest thing is. It's very difficult to go down there. I never heard about that, Daniel. Love is like a fish wall. Are you making fun of my? Are you making fun of my fish wall? Uh, well, my bed's always a mess. Yeah. Earth is flat, not a square. The whole Do I wear crab shoes? No, I don't wear crab shoes. The whole, like, people assuming what Earth is. This shit's fucking flat, okay? I mean, obviously, you should be able to see with your own eyes. But the way they make up stuff, like you talk about the square theory, it's a theory for a reason. Because it wouldn't make sense. Because the sun, it goes in a clockwards manner. It can't go. It can't go around a square. It has to go around a flat surface. That's how you can tell time. That's how people have been telling time for thousands of years, 10,000s of years, is they watch the sun go around. And there's people that went along the coastal line of Antarctica and literally like watched the sun never go down. It just kept going around in a circle. Or it was the North Arctic or whatever. Yeah. So I mean, there's proof out there. It's just you have to be able to willing to see it with your own eyes, because a lot of people don't see it. Like when I look outside and I see the sun doesn't look that far away compared to what people think that it is. And when you watch it move throughout the day, it feels like we're not moving. It feels like the sun's moving. So you take it how it is. I mean, to me, it wouldn't make sense at all if we were moving around a sun, because how would we survive? Why is winter closer to the sun when summer's farther away from the sun? Oh, the tilt of the Earth. Well, that doesn't make sense either, because it'd still be farther away. You get more sunlight, but how long it takes for the light to get to the planet, that it just doesn't make any sense. What I'm just saying right now. Because when you look at the flat Earth system, it gets colder when the sun's farther away. It gets warmer when the sun's closer to you. But in the globe model, it's the opposite. So how does that make sense? It really doesn't. It doesn't make much sense. At least to me, it doesn't. Well, I mean, it's not about the heaviness of it, because it's just... People make a lot of theories up because they're trying to cover up something big, okay? When you look at like the things that our countries of the world has made up that we cannot go to, like the 90th parallel, number one, it has to be flat to have a 90th parallel. Can't be a globe. It would make no sense at all. It can't be a square. It wouldn't make no sense at all, because it would drop off. It wouldn't be a circle. It wouldn't make sense. And that's one of the things I look at. That's literally flat out proof. It makes perfect sense, because when people actually try to go out there multiple times, and they literally have ships or airplanes tell them to turn back. And you always got to question, why would they do such a thing? People say stuff like the military complex base and all that. And just imagine if we knew the truth about where we are. That means that we're special, right? So if we are special, that means that we all have something to do to make it a better life, right? So when people believe that there's millions of planets out there that we're not special, guess what happens? We stop believing in ourselves, right? So if we don't believe in ourselves, we're not special anymore. Then people get depressed, and then people kill themselves or get on super high doses of medication because they don't feel special. We are special. We're beautiful creatures. We're special. We're supposed to be here for a reason. However you look at it, that's just how it is, at least how I think about it. So that's just basically how it should be. Because if we don't do that, then why would you want to live life if you don't think of anything to do, if you don't think you're special, you don't think you have something to live for? And some people can do it, and it's very difficult. And, we all live through that, age of dealing with stuff. There's just so much out there, and you are right. There's a lot of information out there, but you gotta take it. It would just look outside and just really see what's out there. So I mean, that's just how it's always gonna be. Research creates knowledge. Finding evidence and proof creates actual knowledge. That's where knowledge comes from. It comes from textbooks nowadays, but textbooks can be changed to manipulate society to think about it in a different way. But when you do your own research and you look at it with your eyes can't necessarily lie to you about things. And if they do to a certain extent, then that's because that's as far as we can see. So that wasn't our fault. That's just how it is. And it's very dangerous to look at like history, for instance. History is very changeable because if you don't know real history, you can always change it something else. Yeah, streaming.
Huh?
I'm streaming.
Oh, anyway, Mom's one friend, the one gal that lived with her, Sue's friend, Connie,
Yeah,
she called and she goes, yeah, we're having a memorial for Connie. Not Connie, but Sue.
yeah.
She went in, both of us had COVID, we both were on respirators because we both were smokers at one time.
Okay.
And then Sue, once she got in there, they had to put her on the respirator, then her kidneys shut down. I said, COVID attacks, once they get it, you might not die from it, but it causes, like if you have kidney problems, it attacks that problem.
Well, it takes time to get there. It doesn't get there right away. That's not how it works.
2 to 3 days. Tony Hager, a good friend of mine. I don't know if you remember Tony. He worked at Complete Electric with us. He was fighting a blood disease from cancer. Can't think what they call it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he started to have respiratory problems. They put him in the hospital. 2 days later, Kathy said he was dead.
Yeah, when you have issues, you get any type of sickness, you're gonna die
It's
from
like
it.
it attacks what your weakest link is. You know, that's why I'm glad your grandfather was gone, because it would have killed him with his kidneys. You know,
Yeah.
and I told Mom goes, well, COVID didn't kill her. I said, it was probably the thing that got her in the hospital, then it attacked her weakest link, which she had bad kidneys, so.
Well, she died from the kidney stuff. That's what she died from. COVID just excelled it. That's all it is.
Right, but I mean, that's what it does.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It accelerates whatever your weak spot is, you know.
not necessarily that.
That's why I told Mom, I go, you're a stroke victim. If you'd ever get it, like I had it, it could possibly attack where you had your stroke at, you know, your weak spot.
Yeah, we all got the same thing. You act like that it was different.
No, but Mom didn't get it.
I don't know why you believe that, because we all got the same virus. Virus doesn't just
but I'm
selectively
saying she
change.
didn't get it as bad as I got it. The reason why it hit me so bad, like Shane was telling me, him and Caitlin were talking about it, and some of his friends at the hospitals, was that I was working so much overtime, my body immune system was down.
Oh, exactly.
And he goes, that's what it bit you in the ass so bad. Because he goes, I've never heard you being that sick before.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how it works. Okay, well, yeah,
So Mom's a little bummed out. I'm like,
yeah.
Connie goes, it didn't last long.
Well, she was probably she's probably about ready to be on her deathbed anyway if had kidney problems.
She was a heavy set person. Mom goes, oh, she was. I go, yeah, she was. My gosh, she was this big. I mean, it's not beside. She was funny to be around. She was nice.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're obese like that and you don't take good care of yourself, and where'd she probably get it from? Where her and Connie go play the most? Bingo.
Well, it went.
All it takes is one person to carry the virus in.
Well, then everyone else would be sick. It could have got it from someone in where she lives at, because she lives in a condominium. That'd be
She
the.
didn't socialize a lot. Her and Connie kind of kept to themselves. Yeah. Now, Connie drives around taking medical blood work to other places, and you know what I'm saying? She's one of those runners for the hospitals to take stuff to them and drop stuff off.
Yeah.
And that. Oh, the liger. You can go see Cody Pagodi.
Okay.
Come on, you gonna get up there and see Cody? He's coming to see you, Cody.
Well, I'm gonna get back to my stream because I got a bunch of people on. No, that's fine.
I just told Mom, I said it attacks the weakest links.
Go. Go, Liger. Come on, dog. Come on. Yeah. I'm happy that you guys... Nah, I'm not embarrassed. It's just... I think it's hilarious. Well, I mean, they ain't gonna do nothing. What the fuck are you doing? Milk carton. It has been a while since I've seen you. You guys are funny. But yeah, the whole COVID thing. Yeah, COVID is a real thing, but it's not real based upon what people are assuming of it. People do the doom and gloom thing, and it's like ridiculous how much people are all like, "Oh my god, it's the worst thing ever." I had COVID. 3 or 4 days, I was done with it. It was very fast. That shit's so funny. Mr. Orange, I mean, what you said is kind of half true. Yeah, it's not exactly what you assume of it. It's just when you're dealing... No, I don't need it. I'm immune to it. I don't give a shit. I never had any symptoms when I got it. I had a slight cough. Couldn't taste everything. And both my parents got tested with it, so evidently I did have it. So I'm immune to it. I don't give a shit about it. If I get it again, it'd be no different. I mean, the mask doesn't... The mask may help depending on what mask it is. Most cloth masks don't do shit. The projectiles are so small they actually go through the mask holes. It might capture some of it, but like people keep on assuming that everyone has it. If that's what the problem is. So people that don't have it can't spread it. So people that do have it should stay at home. Normally in 2 to 3 days you'll get infected. You'll be able to notice certain things the first day or two. Like the first day I got it, I had a nervous system shock where my whole body was shocking, which was telling me that my body was infected. So I did the things I need to do. Drink a lot of water. I ate more food. I had more sugar. It was nice to see you, Mr. Orange. You have a good one, man. I meditate. I did a lot of heat up exercises because viruses can't stand certain heats. That's why, 97.8 is the temperature that viruses like to live in. So if you heat yourself up, that's why you get a fever to get over it. I never had a fever. I did my own fever. I heat my whole entire body up from doing meditations and that. And I got rid of it pretty quick. How do I know I got rid of it? Because I had a lot of diarrhea. When you have a lot of diarrhea, your body's flushing out what is not supposed to be in your body. So that's basically what happened with me. Like on the 5th day, I was tired, but I wasn't coughing. I wasn't really sick. My mouth was dry from being, stuff like that. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, just like anything else, weak people always seem to die faster because obviously that's what it is. When you have a weak immune system, you kind of can't get sick at all anyway. If you do get sick, you get heavy, heavy sick. That's why people, I don't take any antibiotics unless it's something that I cannot get rid of myself. And I haven't been sick in so long. So, what are my qualifications? What are any qualifications for? Knowledge is meant to be learned. You just research stuff. You look at things from an eye perspective. I went through the experience. That's how I see it. But yeah, that's how I went through it, and I can't say it was too bad. Like I said, small cough, irritation of the stomach a little bit. So, and my mom went through the same thing. We both exercise, we both take our vitamins and that. We both, try to stay as healthy as possible. She had the same thing. Like 4 to 5 days, was pretty much done with. Yeah, I mean, like every time you look at anything, the older you get, basically, the less healthy you become when you give up on yourself. So that's the whole point of getting older, is to try to understand to keep yourself going. This is like when people go through midlife crisis where they just completely forget about, like, they're like, where am I at with my life? How am I be able to do things in my life? They start to struggle with the structure of their life. Well, just like anybody else, once you succeed too much in one thing, you finally get it. Like, you finally get that $1 million, or you finally get the, like me, if I get the YouTube channel, to be able to make money off it, or you finally, stuff like that. You have to think of other things to do. So it's very difficult sometimes. That's why, it's good to ask questions. It's good to have people to talk to, because you'd be surprised. Learning's everything. You can't stop learning at all. You have to keep on pushing it. And it can be difficult. That's why I like researching. I see it everywhere I go. People, the way they talk, the way they do things, and that. And it's very hard at first, but once you get the side of anything, you start to grow with it. So you start to see it. That's how I changed as an individual. I start seeing things that most people don't see, because they'll act like, Daniel in caps and just say a bunch of weird stuff that I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. I have no idea what they're talking about. And, like, it's just how it is. I don't like to be the jokester anymore, unless it's something that I can make fun of that I find hilarious, that might cause a little bit of emotional harm, but not enough to be able to sit there and destroy someone. That's just basically how it is. You guys are hilarious. Caps, you are just one of those guys, aren't you? Guys like you make me laugh. I love it so much. Always so judgmental. I have no idea how you are, but you are. Yeah, I know you are. You like fish. I used to be judgmental like that. Well, there was one scientist that actually, like, studied the moon. It was before, like, they did the whole moon landing thing. And they asked him, can you go to the moon? There's actual, like, video proof of this. And he said, no, you can't go to the moon. The moon's made out of plasma, that you couldn't land on it, because look how bright it is. Look at a full moon. Look how bright it is. With your own eyes, you'd be able to see it. Could you land on something that bright? The luminosity would be so bright, it would literally kill you. You would burn up. So, right there, you see with your own eyes. So, I mean, when you see with your own eyes, how could you state that, oh, someone did it? Well, here's what I think happened. And honestly, it's true or not, because there's no information on it. I think they tried to go to the moon, and they all fucking died. And when they all died, they all sat there and hoaxed it, because they're like, shit, they all died, so we have to do something to keep up the charade. And that's how you got a moon landing. I mean, that's just, I can't say it happened, but something like that had to happen, because that wouldn't make any sense. Because the moon's too bright. You couldn't land on it. You just couldn't. I mean, space is cool. I understand people like it, but to me, I don't think it's... If it is real, it's not real in the way we think it is. And, like, that's just how it is. So, and that's what I think. So it doesn't matter what I think, it matters what you think. So if you don't think it, then that's up to you. Do I think there's any other planets? Is that what you're saying? No. There's no legitimate proof that planets are what they are. They have so many NASA people, and they do fake renderings of things, because they actually ask a couple and they'll see something in the distance, something so far away. They'll re-render it, which I'm guessing that they remake it into the thing that they think that it is. And people actually ask the questions like, why do you trick people to think that's what it looks like when it doesn't look like that? That's their motive. I can't say all NASA people are doing it because they want to, more or less because they get paid to. So you got to make money to survive, right? And, like, that's all it is. I mean, all the stuff's out there. You can go on NASA.com and they'll fucking be able, you go to the blue marble, it literally says, image, created by this person. And, like, that's what it is. Well, you can see Saturn. Saturn is an existence of a name, And you can see a little bit of, what it might look like, but it doesn't look like they re-rendered it to look like that. So, I mean, it could look like that, obviously, but is it a planet? I can't say it is. I don't know for sure, because it's not like we can go up there. If you see how, how they shot rockets up, rockets don't go straight up. Have you noticed that? They go at a curve, which means they don't go to space, because they can't. It hits the fucking dome. Literally, it hits the dome and falls. They did an experiment with a local little rocket. I can't say it was little, but it was big enough to be able to get there. Literally hit the dome, stopped, and fell. They have video proof of it. And, like, that's basically, the proof of it. I mean, you see it with cameras and that, people say, oh, it's fake. Well, look how fake space is when they draw out planets that don't exist. And they said Pluto wasn't a planet, and they said it was a dwarf planet. Now they said it's a planet again. If they change their mind so much about stuff, evidently, how true is it? I mean, I don't know. Could be a possibility, it couldn't be true at all. I mean, I used to be into the space thing, and then I start seeing it. What if I believe it, and I'm sure that it's probably more true than the whole globe thing. I believe if it's something that is actually there, why not learn it? Am I right? It's more interesting to learn something new than it is to not learn nothing. So if the flat earth thing is real, wouldn't you want to learn about it? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? To be able to learn something completely honestly new, to know what is beyond the dome. We don't know, because they're hiding it from us if it is true. Where did all these alien crafts come from? Where's all this stuff coming from, technology and that? Like, we know UFOs exist, but where are they coming from? The oceans? Is there, like, a way to get into the thing? And, it's just a lot of different things to think about. My favorite Pokemon? Which one would it be? Can't say Charizard, Bulbasaur, or Blastoise or anything like that, because they're all the usual. Pikachu, no, not really. Mewtwo, I like Mewtwo. Mewtwo's pretty cool. I'm not into any of the new ones. I don't know any of the new ones, honestly. Gyarados, Manchu, or the big forearm guy. I think he's pretty cool. Pinsir's really good. What else? I don't know what else there is. There's so many of them. But yeah, I grew up with Pokemon. I used to play the card game. I used to play the actual original one. If I pick one, I like Gyarados. I think Gyarados is really cool. Honestly. I mean, I do like Ghastly in that gas. I do like the ghost Pokemon, like Haunter and that. So I'd say probably Haunter or Gyarados would be my first, and then after that, either or, which one it is. Haunter would be the second one because Haunter is really cool. He's always got that goofy face on him. And like, yeah, I do like. My favorite aquatics. I like watching shark movies and that. Like the one, the Megalodon. Megalodon was pretty cool. There's multiple movies like that. Least favorite. Aren't you a nice person? My actual least favorite, I think it'd be Meow, or the cat Pokemon from Team Rocket. The most unimportant Pokemon. He doesn't do anything. Or that duck Pokemon. At first, he sucks ass, but once he becomes an evolved version of it, he actually is like really powerful. Yeah, Meow, I don't really care for him too much. I like it basic. Doesn't really have much of skills, like no elemental skills. I can't say it's really a good Pokemon. Not saying it's not strong, I just don't care for the skills of it. So you have to look up all the names, and I haven't seen them in so long, I wouldn't even know. Oh, Meowth. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't remember the name of it. I haven't seen Pokemon since 2000s, early 2000s. I remember when it came out and that. Man, that was the biggest thing ever. Holy shit. Pokemon was everywhere. I remember like 5th or 6th grade, man. I used to have Pokemon cards all over the place. The principals used to get pissed off at us for trading the thing. They act like we were trading drugs or something. It's like just Pokemon cards. You fucking chillax. I didn't say that. I miss the 90s before internet and all that stuff, and that everything was more getting together and seeing people and that, be able to. My favorite Digimon. I haven't watched a lot of Digimon. I don't remember any of the names. I know the fire dinosaur one. What the fuck his name is? The dinosaur one. I mean, there's a lot of cool Digimons, honestly. And Pokemon was more my favorite. I remember that episode, yeah. I mean, you can't fall off because the ice wall would be nearly impossible. That's why we have an ice wall. Yeah. Wait, what happened? Oh. So tired. Yeah. No, you can't really see him because my camera only shows like half my room. No. Well, you probably saw him for a little bit. No, he's went back upstairs. Uh, some really dumb questions. Yes, he owns shirts. uh, Actually, my dad never put it up. It was a neighbor. A long time ago. That was a very long time ago, actually. Should have happened when I was like 16, so about 14, 15 years ago. I don't mind it. I mean, my bed's up against it, so I never really see it that much, so I don't even notice it's there some of the times. But it's something nice to look at, when you really look at it. It's just. Skin suit theories. I mean, I can't say skin suits. I could say like face masks and that. Because Hollywood does it all the time where they can like restructure people's faces to make it look like something. And obviously the technology's out there. Because you saw it in Mission Impossible when the first Mission Impossible came out. And they literally like had them sketch out people. I believe it's true. I believe that their faces could be sketched out because, when you look at certain people throughout the years or like on Google's photos and that, when you look at people, you can see they like their faces don't change that much or their faces completely, utterly change. I know you could do surgery and that, but like that just takes too much money. It's better just put a mask on somehow. It's tight enough to replicate that person. Which our government's been doing it for a while now. That's why certain people that die that end up coming back out of nowhere, or people that are dead and they have to keep the image up. I mean, that's definitely been happening for a while. Thought about modeling. I'm too fat for modeling. Them guys are way too fucking skinny. Look at the fish that move like that. Milk carton, the fish do not move. It's a wall, dude. Come on. Cap, you are all over the damn place. Am I dressed up for Halloween? I have no idea. I don't do a lot of Halloween stuff. I don't really have a lot of people I hang around with outside of my house. I go to work in that. I just haven't made any other friends. Because I lost all my friends in that throughout the years and that, so because I used to be kind of a dick. I rather horrible, not horrible person, but I used to have a lot of issues. So I had to teach myself how to adapt to certain things and grow. I work at fast food right now. I make decent money. I mean, I make $15 an hour, and that's actually quite a bit. I make decent money, and with living at home and that, I don't really spend a lot, so I just save up money. And other than that, I stream and talk to you guys, I guess, because you guys haven't seen you guys in forever. It can be. I meet a lot of people. Meet a lot of beautiful women, for instance. Oh, tons of beautiful women. I work overnights, so I always get all the, nurses and stuff like that. So I see a lot of them. I get tips too, so it's not too bad. No. Yeah, I can't do any free stuff, honestly. Ain't like the good old days. Policies are there. People get fucking like fired for that. One of the managers that ended up leaving before I came in was doing that stuff. She got caught with it, and evidently they transferred her or fired her over it. I used to do that at Taco Bell, not or at Wendy's. I used to give out free food sometimes. Call it food waste and just leave it like that, but Burger King's the first fast food. Or not Burger King, White Castle's. They're very strict, like really strict. It's kind of annoying, actually. At Pace, at my delivery, I got faster make stuff. Well, we got the new, we got some new burgers that take forever to make, so yeah. Our times are pretty shitty. It's supposed to be 5 minutes, but it ends up being like 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how big the order is, if that's what you're asking. So it's a various thing, honestly, just like with anything else. We're rather low staff, and we're busy, but certain times we're busy. Because we're the only ones, as of yesterday, are open 24/7. Like, period, where I live at. So everyone else closes at like 12. We're the only ones that stay open as of right now. So we get quite a bit more business, which is good. If I can make an order again. Whatever, hello crab shoes are fine. No. Never. You guys, your questions are always so fun. For the most part, as long as you're not being negative. It's 9 o'clock. It's a matter of sundial, basically, where the sun's at. So time shifts based upon the sun. So say the sun is the, minute, hour hand. That's why there's different time zones based upon darkness and sunlight. And the moon does the month and the year based upon cycles. What's the second drawing down in your chest of drawers? You wonder what's in my drawers? No. Like I said, it's based upon the sundial, the way the sun goes around. So I mean, it wouldn't matter either or because it'd be different time zones. How the sun approaches each continent, it approaches it differently. So if it's light in some place and dark in another place, the times would have to be different because, well, the sun is normally the morning time and the moon, however full it might be, is normally the nighttime. That's how you get different time zones based upon, that how far away the sun is from where you're at and how close it is to somewhere else. You just gotta try to make sense of things because that just makes sense. It makes sense to me. I used to think about the globe thing a lot, and I look at the globe thing, I'm like, now I look at it and be like, how do we, how does the atmosphere not get sucked out by the vacuum? Think about it. The atmosphere is made out of gas. People say gravity, but how far away the atmosphere is, if there's a vacuum in space, constantly sucking everything apart, and gravity's not really that strong, it barely keeps us down from what people think that gravity is. The vacuum would suck everything off. So they're just kind of like, okay, well, their main thing that I've noticed that people that, think about the globe thing, they think about gravity a lot. They think gravity is something that is actually real. Gravity is a theory. 100% theory. They haven't even proven what gravity even is. They just say gravity. It makes you stick on things. Like a magnet? We're not made out of metal, are we? Stick your dick in space. Oh. Probably just rip it off, Caps. That's a good one. See, it's stupid. You have to make something dumb up like that to be able to... that's fucking hilarious. I mean, that's the biggest thing is we don't know fucking nothing. We just made up everything about what the Earth is. Like the core of the Earth. How many movies are based upon the core of the Earth? Has anyone ever made a movie about how flat it is? Has anyone ever made a movie about the fucking dome? Other than things that have domes around it? Like The Dome, that show. They make stuff like that, but they never make it about the Earth. Some people hint it. They hint it all the time in movies. Just like in, I think it was Men in Black 1, where he's talking to Will Smith on the bench. He said people back then knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 1,000 years ago, they knew the Earth was flat. Nowadays, we don't believe in that anymore. We just don't. People don't know. Well, yeah, that's right. People have lost touch of what nature is. And we believe in science, which can be good, but just like anything else, it can be faulty too, because theories have to be explained. But a lot of theories are just theories. So, and there's a huge amount of scientists actually know the Earth is flat. Just like talking to an airplane pilot. Pilots know the Earth is flat because they can't go around something. They have to go flat. It says it. The surface is flat and it's stationary. It says it in the manifesto of how, the flighter's instructions of being a pilot. It says it in the paper. Oh, it's so funny. Most attractive planet? Well, I mean, it's just like anything else, It's fascinating to look at stuff. I kind of like Venus. Venus is pretty cool. Of course, like Jupiter is pretty cool, but most of the planets look the same. They're all like orange, brown. Well, Neptune and Uranus. Ha! The blue planets are pretty cool. Red shift. I don't know what red shift is. I couldn't really explain it. I guess I can look it up. Hmm. Quantum computers. I mean, I say that quantum computers probably do exist. With how much technology and how much stuff that's been pumped out there, we gotta have something to be able to sit there, like supercomputers, to be able to control it all. I mean, we have like fucking warehouses full of like CPUs and shit, big ass fucking hard drives and that, like enormous hard drives. How I could say about going back to school? No, there's like barely anything I could learn from school that would actually be something I want to learn. Like barely anything. There's things that I know that you guys wouldn't even like realize because you well, look how you guys are talking. You guys barely realize, you know. I don't know how much you know, but evidently it's not a lot compared to me. So then again, you could know something I don't know, but I know a lot about certain things. Some things are pointless to know, like space and planets and that. That doesn't till there's actual proof of existence of that stuff, other than bullshit writings and that or drawings. It doesn't matter. You feel sorry? No, you should feel. Saying you feel sorry for yourself, I guess that's what it is. It's hard to know a lot. It's hard to constantly keep on learning. It's easier to be dumb. Literally. It's easy to be dumb. Because that's how it normally is. Because when you didn't know anything, like when you're a kid and that, it's more exciting because you don't know nothing. But when you start to know more about things and that, especially my line of research is, you know, emotional development and then sexual development, you kind of like, oh. Oh, caps. I don't know how you live your life like this, man. Some of your shit's pretty funny. I don't know how you live your life like that. You must really not like yourself, I guess. Or something. It used to be somewhat like you. I can't be like that anymore. I'd rather not. I don't like to hate on people for my own satisfaction. Fancy stuff. I mean, if that's what you assume of it, then that's your assumption. Well, I know is going through the experiences and adapting myself to it. That's why I know what I know. That's how learning works. Getting tired. Where am I? Intelligence? Well, like I said, intelligence is a variation. Certain things are higher than others. So overall intelligence based upon everything, I mean, could you measure it? Not necessarily. Because to be able to know all that knowledge would make you go insane. Why do you think Albert Einstein was insane? They were all crazy people. Knowing too much is very dangerous. Very dangerous. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, Caps. Because of the wallpaper, so you identify me because of an object? What the fuck's an object have to do with anything? No. That dude Chucky's supposed to come out. Supposed to be a good Chucky. Like a remake of actual Child's Play Chucky. Looks pretty cool, actually. No. People that are obsessed with objects, when you put emotion to an object, it's pointless, honestly. Unless it's something that you have to have, that you are just so attached to, then I understand it. But people that are obsessed with emotions by buying something and get emotionally attached to it, obviously, I think it's rather important. At least I think it is, honestly, to tell you the truth. Yeah. They had that shitty ass reboot of it. Now they're actually doing an actual remake. I think of the first one or something like that. I can't remember, but it's somewhere on YouTube. Because all your friends are dead. That's why you have objects. Well, if they're dead, then why does it matter? You gotta pressure yourself to think about them when they're gone. So how can you bring them back to life then if you keep on emoting or something? That's not. But that's how you want to do it. But to me, it doesn't make any sense. I had people die on me. And, like, I remember who they are, but I'm not going to be obsessed with it. Shame me from my mom's funeral, would you please say? I don't know your mom, so I don't know what to say. If she's dead, she's in the spirit world. Probably enjoying herself or probably, burning in hell. I don't know. That's enough for me to decide. I have no clue. She was a very bad woman. I need form medication. How many pills do you have in your cabinet in there, Caps? I can see you right now. You alright, bud? Sorry, I'm just looking into your mind a little bit. I apologize. Oh, sorry. I read certain things from people. Nah, you need it more than I do. uh, they track my mindset, and I don't need any medication. Medication doesn't do shit. Your body does everything. I say eat healthy and just maintain a healthy, mindset. Keep positive and keep pushing forward. Keep learning. Keep on producing. Learn from your actions. Learn from other people's actions. There's a constant flow of knowledge everywhere. I mean, if I take anything that gives me any type of focus or anything, I'd rather drink pre-workouts and that some coffee and that simple stimulants. Hell no. Am I saying broccoli cures cancer? No, cancer is a deficiency of a cell that goes rogue basically, and your body doesn't know if it's real cell or not, and it ends up killing you. That's basically what cancer is. So, no. Your own body just doesn't know what it is. That's what cancer is. That cheese special. You guys ask the weirdest fucking questions. I wonder how your mindset is. Is this what you do when you talk to a girl? You ask her a bunch of really dumb fucking questions. Some of them are pretty good, but some of them are just dumb as hell. I couldn't imagine living life like you guys. I just couldn't imagine it all. Like, what do you do? Sit there and just ask a bunch of random questions or someone? Like really dumb questions? Like insulting my intelligence, saying I pop pills? I wish you could get this smart popping pills. Fuck, you'd all be geniuses like me. Wouldn't you? Yeah? Maybe? Oh, you guys are hilarious. If we go, you go. To a certain extent, I guess. I'm about ready to go anyway. I'm tired. It's fine that you guys want to talk to me and that and say these ridiculous things, but the priority of my channel, other than playing games, is to enlighten people. So if you don't want to be enlightened and you want to fill this up with a bunch of crap, then it's up to you to leave. True. But eventually I'm just going to end up having to block you guys because I don't want straight up goofiness on my channel, especially, if it comes down to certain people being in my chat that want to actually learn, not just sit there and do what you're doing. And like I said, I don't mind the jokes, I don't mind the questions, but you guys are really overloading this stuff with way too much crap. No. I wouldn't accept anything. Why would I have you accepting the truth? Is it? I don't think it is. Whoops. Milk carton's behaving. Those two guys were just getting on my nerves sometimes. If you don't want to learn, then be my guest. Go to a different stream and gawk up a bunch of crap. You guys are a bunch of fucking trolls, evidently. I don't know how you live life like that. Can't say I feel pity for you. You just do to yourself. If you want to be close to enlightenment like I am, which is, what I'm working towards, then I don't know what to say. Oh no. Oh, Miles, people that have no idea what they want to do with their life. They just keep on spilling more crap out. What a shame. What a waste of a life, honestly. It's good to be a kid sometimes, but can't be a kid forever, I guess. What a shame. Yeah, I work overnight tomorrow. So I'll probably be back on in the morning time because there's a couple people I have to catch on with in the morning. Maybe not morning, but like noon or something like that. Yeah, then people are just trolls. Oh, it's so pathetic. They talk so much about shit that is not important. Some of it was, but some of it was just crap. Mr. Orange was pretty cool. I think, yeah, I've seen him before, but... So much crap. Sorry to see people not wanting to get more intelligent, or at least try to, I guess, in certain things. It's very sad, actually. Humans got such big brains, we tend to waste it on being a bunch of fucking idiots sometimes. Well, anyway, I'm getting off. I wish I could talk to you and what it is a little bit more, but these guys kind of just ruined it for it, so. You know how it is. I'll see you later, tomorrow, or whatever, if you're going to be on.